Welcome back. My name is Tao Pham. I'm a SNAP Ed educator with the U of M Extension. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make chicken pho. Now pho could be either chicken or beef. So today I'm going to show you how to make the chicken broth version of it. This was one of my favorite dishes growing up. Here's some ingredients that we're going to be using for our pho today. Right here we got fresh cilantro, bean sprouts, white onions, lime, jalapenos, green onions, Thai basil, and fresh ginger. Also for aromatics, we got a bag of different spices in here, which I will explain in a little bit when we toast it. And then we got sriracha, fish sauce, hoisin sauce, chicken broth, some rice noodles. Today I'm going to use the pad thai noodles, which is a wider rice noodle. We got sugar, salt, and bone-in chicken breast. Before you handling anything in the kitchen, you want to wash your hands thoroughly with soap for about 20 seconds. Going between your fingers, some of your palms, and all areas of the hand. And completely rinsing off all the soap. Get in the nails too. Right now we're gonna soak the noodles in some warm to hot water. Get a bowl that's about this size that will be big enough to submerge all the noodles. And then we're gonna put some hot, warm water in there. And make sure you submerge the whole packet of noodles in there, okay? Now I'm going to set these noodles aside. Normally, if they were completely dry, you want to soak them for 20 minutes. This one will take about half of the time. So inside this bag, these are the aromatics that are inside this bag. We got cinnamon stick, whole cloves, peppercorn, star anise, fennel seeds, and coriander seed. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna toast it on a little skillet for about 5 to 6 minutes, and we're gonna set it aside. So now that all these spices have cooled down, I'm gonna dump it into a cheesecloth bag. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it into a measuring cup like so. And now we're gonna pour into this cheesecloth bag. Pho was born in northern Vietnam during the mid 1880s. This dish was heavily influenced by both Chinese and French cooking. The rice noodles and spices were imported from China. The French popularized the meal by eating red meat. So make sure you tie this completely enclosed and tight, because you don't want any of this to come out in your broth. So now we're gonna peel 3 whole white onions, 2 of them which we're gonna use to boil in the broth, and 1 we're gonna slice up thin to add on top as a garnish. Pho is a national dish of Vietnam and is sold everywhere from nice restaurants to street corners where grandmothers set up makeshift kitchens. So you want to peel off the outer layer of the onion skin here. And then I'm going to show you how to slice it really thin. And the reason I slice it thin is when you put it as a garnish on top of everything in your bowl, the hot broth will somewhat cook it. So this is about a medium-sized whole onion sliced up into thin slices. And what I like to do is I like to wash it in cold water so it wouldn't be so pungent, and I separate the different layers of onions so it looks like this. So this was 2 pieces of ginger that I skinned, peeled, and sliced into thin slices. So now I'm gonna put the toasted spice bag into the pot that I'm using. Then I'm gonna add in chicken broth. I'm gonna put 10 cups of this in there. So each one of these is 2 cups. 10 cups of water. I'm gonna turn this stove on high, the burner on high, to get the broth to boil. I'm gonna add in my ginger slices. Then I'll take my onions that I peeled. I'm gonna score it. By me scoring, I'm gonna put a slice on the one end of it like this, and like this. That way I help release all the onion flavoring out of the onion. Immediately after putting all those ingredients in, we're gonna add in the bone-in chicken breast. Now, some people remove the chicken skin and some people don't. Today, I'm just gonna leave the chicken skin on. It's just a matter of preference. So now it's starting to come to a boil. Once the broth starts boiling, you wanna turn it down to a medium and let it simmer for about 30 minutes. Pho's nutritious ingredients and high protein content offer several benefits, including reduce inflammation, improve joint health, but still, it could be high in sodium, so watch your portion size. Overall, pho can be nutritious in addition to a well-balanced diet. Now I'm going to cut up some green onions, 2 stalks. I'm going to cut off the ends there, peel that, and we're going to cut it at an angle like this, real thin. So this is about 3 stalks of green onions thinly sliced. Now I'm going to show you how to slice up the jalapeno really thin slices, okay? I'll cut off the end right there, and I'm going to go at an angle again. And as I do that again, I want it to look like little leaves or little flower petals when I garnish my dish. So this is about 1 medium-sized jalapeno sliced up. Now I'm going to cut a lime into wedges. Now when you shop for lime, you want to squeeze it at the store. If it feels like it's you can easily squeeze it, it means there's a lot of juice in there because the skin is thin. Okay? You want to wash it and then you want to cut off the ends. And the reason why you cut off the ends is so you can see that that's where the core of the lime is. And what you want to do is cut around the core. Makes it easier for you to squeeze your lime wedges if the core is out of there. So I'm going to cut, get roughly about 5 large wedges. I'm going to chop up some cilantro after I washed it. I'm going to trim off the stems. And we're just going to roughly chop it. So this is about 1 bundle of cilantro, just roughly chopped up. Now that our noodles have been soaking for a while, whether you use the hard noodles or the soft noodles already, mine's been soaking out for about 10-15 minutes. I'm going to use room temperature water. I'm going to drain the noodles, and then rinse it a little bit over here, and then I'll put it back in the bowl and let it sit until we're ready to serve. After your pot's been boiling for 30 minutes, the broth has reduced a little bit, so you want to add about a cup of hot water back in. So now that I removed everything out of the pot, I'm gonna add in some other ingredients. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, tablespoon of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of white ground pepper. And then we're gonna stir everything together in the broth. Let it simmer for another 5 minutes and then we'll be ready to serve. So now that the chicken's cooled off, we're gonna shred the chicken, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the skin and just discard it. And we're just going for the chicken breast part. And we're gonna discard the bones too. Can I say something about how big of a shred?
Yeah, sure.
So you want to shred the chicken into about bite sizes or whatever you desire as a size that you want to eat. That's it. So this is 2 chicken breasts, which is equivalent to about 2 pounds, shredded up into bite sizes. And you don't have to season any of this. You're just going to place this in the bowl and then pour the broth over it. Pho has become very popular all over the world. If you go heavy on the vegetables, you have the ultimate nutritious filling and low-calorie meal. This is a reason why pho has become so popular and made its way into mainstream cuisine. So when I serve pho, I like to put things on a platter for people. And basically when I put everything in a bowl, I usually at least put green onions, cilantro, and some people don't like white onions, but I do. Some people like heavy white onions too. And then I pour everything, submerge everything with hot broth once I put it in the bowl. And what I did here is I added some bean sprouts for garnish, Thai basil, some lime wedges, and some sliced up jalapenos. 2 other ingredients that's paired with pho is hoisin sauce. It adds a sweet taste to it, and some sriracha chili sauce, which can turn that broth to something that's extra spicy. And with all these ingredients, you can customize your bowl of pho to your liking. So I'm gonna prep a bowl here, and this amount of noodles can go into 4 bowls. So that's about how much noodles goes in there. And I'm gonna put some shredded chicken on top. And then I'm gonna put some white onions, some cilantro, some green scallions, green onions cut up, and some bean sprouts. I'm gonna pour my ladle in the hot broth, boiling broth. So I'm gonna put enough broth that it covers everything that's in the bowl. So just in case you're looking for chopsticks or this type of a spoon, this is called a pho spoon. It's got a big kind of base to it. You can get it plastic or you can get metal. There's also porcelain ones with flowery designs on it. And then this is a pho bowl, so you want to go to the Asian market and get this. They won't have that in any regular grocery store. There's a couple huge Asian market in St. Paul, in Minneapolis, and some in Savage and Burnsville, and even in Bloomington.